Hello everyone and welcome to Silverstone, my home GP. But before we get to that, it is imperative that we talk about the previous episode. So let's recap to Le Mans. 11 laps of pure battling with teammate Luca Lanetta, culminating in a final moment of Lanetta sending a move from a long way back. Unfortunately, he got through, and it was down to me to try and respond in the final couple of corners. Was it enough? Well, I guess you're about to find out. Lanetta has the lead, lap 11 of 11. No vibration on the controller, giving it everything we've got to possibly beat our teammate, chasing our first victory of the season. Unfortunately, we came up short. But before we get to Silverstone, before we try and get revenge on our teammate, we have a proposition, an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. We have three decisions, or one decision to make out of three possible choices. Do we do flat track with Brad Binder, Motard with Jose Antonio Rueda, or do we do mini bikes again with Alex Marquez? Well, I think we should do the Motard. So we'll be joined with Max Quiles and Jose Antonio Rueda here in Montlagarde with the Motorads. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. So here we go then. Oh, pole position. That's a nice gift. Jose Antonio Rueda doing his friend a solid. As we now try and hold on to the lead. So this is still on 120% difficulty. And the last time I tried this, they were rapid. So what we really need to do here is not cut corners, but try and defend. Because they will force... Oh my goodness. Here comes Max Quiles already. Can we riposte? I don't think we can. He's already through. We're not even, what, 7 corners in? And here comes Rueda. Yeah, the AI are rapid in these Motard bikes. Oh my goodness, here comes Sergio Garcia as well. Might be able to go around the outside though. Takes a brave man to overtake into turn 11 and then into turn 12. Now this point here is a dodgy one because no matter what I do, I get a few moments of stutter. Especially online. It is guaranteed, it's almost a running joke among myself and the aces that when we do this particular race here at this track, I will get stutter in that penultimate corner. So we might have to deal with that throughout this one. We're already dropping down to 5th place now. Fermin Aldeguer on the Grassini Ducati, well, the Motard version, is now ahead. He's up to 4th. Luca Marini is apparently with the Castrol LCR team. So he's behind us. Is he actually, or is that the Idemitsu? I think it's the LCR one. We'll see in a moment anyway. No doubt he'll be forcing a move going into turn 10 to match his number. There he is. And we are in a difficult situation here. Thankfully there's no point. Oh, he's just gone down. Luca's crashed. So it is no longer Luca Marini that will be defending against. It's actually the former Moto3 World Champion, or still current, David Alonso. So can we defend against Alonso for the next lap? Nice to lean into the right-hand side there, flick it across to the left now. Oh, there he is on the right-hand side. Oh, I've cut the corner ridiculously there. Thank goodness there's no penalties. And again, a little bit onto the curb. Good defenso into the right-hander. This one's turn 7, now into the left. Sorry, this is turn 7. Power on. Defend at this tight bit. A lot of players online tend to cut that corner quite a lot and you get a bit of a bunny hop going. We're not going to do that today. Oh, Alonso! Alonso stealing the show for our 5th position. I'm going to send it here though. Turn 11. Rubbing his racing. Oh! Wheel was up in the air momentarily there. Here comes Acosta! Oh! We responded well. But we might hold him off at the line, do we? I think we did. Well, that was fun. So we did actually hold off Pedro Acosta. We finished in 5th place, but look at the lap times from the 3 above. I think I need to practice the Motards just a little bit more. So the fun and games are over. No more Motard. It is back to business. It's back to Silverstone, and it's back to the front row for us. Sadly not pole position this time, but 0.2 of a second away from that means that we start from 2nd place. Here's your starting grid for the British GP. Let's do it. So here we go then. from second place in front of the British crowd on 120% difficulty AI. Let's do it. Pequeiras has got a good start, but I don't know why why did he lean? I don't know. He seemed to lean across to the right hand side there, which would put him on a back foot, which allows us to really close back in on Pequeiras, especially after he had that incredible start, attempting to go around the outside into Village, which might set us up for the loop, which it does. Pushed him a little bit deep there. Thankfully, the AI actually recognised that I was coming through there, and we have the lead in the early stages temporarily. Yes, we still keep it. Rueda, he fancied it. Of course, he invited me out to try the race-off mode with the Motards, but there's clearly no love lost on the track. Objective is still to defeat our teammate Luca Lanetta, something we couldn't do in France, of course, after he beat us at the death. But 2.5 tenths of a second already ahead of Rueda here, looking pretty promising. We don't usually get any lead when we're playing on the 120% difficulty, but what I have found is actually, considering I have no vibration, take a drink every time I say no vibration or OLED ultra-wide in this video, but I actually found that TCS2 was better because I have no vibration, so therefore, we'll get back to that in a minute. Look, what an effort that was from Rueda. Looking like Johan Zarco going through there. If only he made it stick, then that would have been as good as Johan Zarco's overtake in the British GP. But getting back to business regarding electronics, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, if you haven't subscribed already, do so now. It's going to be a great battle, I feel, in this video here today in Silverstone, but TCS2 is the way to go for me at the moment. I have no vibration on the DualSense controller on PC, so when I'm bringing the power on, I'm spinning the rear and I'm degrading the tyre quickly. So TCS2 should, in theory, counteract that. It worked extremely well in the practice and the qualifying, and it felt really comfortable. So I'm going to stick with this for now and see how we've got a second lead. What happened to Rueda? Something must have happened behind us here, because we've now got a whole second advantage. Looking like Fabio Quartararo, ladies and gentlemen. What a start that is. I don't think that'll last. It never usually does in this game, especially not against 120% AI, but we've got a second lead, and that's something to be proud of for now. I don't think I've ever had a 1 second lead in MotoGP 25's career mode. This is a big moment. It's actually increasing as well. Something must be going on behind us. Maybe David Munoz is sending lunges. In fact, David Munoz is not even in the top 10. And I'll tell you who else isn't in the top 10 either, is the championship leader. No Adrian Fernandez. Well, that's another great... Wow. 1.4 seconds up as we go into Woodcut. Is it? Surely not. Is this going to be a dominant race? Could the first win come at Silverstone? That would be special. Marco Bezzecchi's first Aprilia win came here at Silverstone. My first Moto3 victory in MotoGP 25 could come today. Where did we find all that time? Something must have happened. I know in MotoGP 24, going into Vale, it was guaranteed tenths. You would always find time against the artificial intelligence. I think that's going to be happening here, but there's a lot of things on the right-hand side of the OLED ultra-wide right now. Foggia's warnings, I've seen, I think, Rueda, Pini, Guazri, Carpe, yeah, they're all on the left-hand side now, actually. There's a lot of warnings popping up. Nice and late here, breaking into the Vale corner. Quick change of direction, keep it in tight. Ready for the 18th corner. Yeah, look at that gap. Look at that gap. It's absolutely massive. Look at the big one. 2.3 seconds lead on lap 2. At the end of lap 2. We're pulling a second a lap. I can't believe this. After the heartbreak in Kota, the tough battle we faced excuse me, I was a bit wide there. The tough fight we had obviously in Qatar with David Munoz, where we exceeded track limits on the final lap and lost a lot of time. The Argentina clash with David Munoz as well. It's just, goodness me. I wasn't expecting this, and of course the heartbreak of losing to Luca Lunetta in the previous episode of Le Mans. What a way to bounce back. This will be our second podium in a row as well, as a matter of fact. So good stuff so far. And yes, I am purposely skipping the conversation regarding Jerez, because that was absolutely embarrassing. I do believe Portimao and Sachsenring will be the same as Jerez. We tried it with a couple of the lads online the other night, and, well, let me tell you, yeah, Portimao 120% AI is tough, a bit like it was in MotoGP 23, for example. Ooh, just cut the corner there. You have to be careful if you do that into Maggots and Beckett's, because you can lose the front, similar to what Marquez did, of course. The Wade has now got a warning as well. Right, our lap times are going to balance out a bit here now. 2:08.5 is what we did earlier. I think I was in the 2:07s for the qualifying. I know I did it somewhere. You've probably seen it at the beginning of the video, but I've actually just completely forgotten now. I didn't really pay attention that much. I was more so looking at the position I had for getting on the front row. I've also been having some conversations with Bobbin and even 100k Blade regarding the qualifying. Apparently the AI can be a bit dodgy. If you skip a session, they are likely to chuck in ridiculous lap times. But if you lay it out, it's not too bad. Or even just end the session quickly after you've done a first lap or two. You usually get realistic results. Where I think in Jerez I skipped ahead and it was just ridiculous. But then again, Jerez was just really tough anyway, so who knows. Still not a guarantee with the qualifying here in MotoGP 25's career mode. Across the left-hand side, they're just cutting the apex onto Aintree. Not too much. We did a 100% race here the other night with DrAce's. I crashed there quite a few times from trying to be greedy with that curb. The curbs are not your friend here in MotoGP 25, so don't do it. Try and keep away if you can. Tight there to Luffield. Just after preached about not touching the curb, we went on to the curb. So not a great line going into Luffield, but what I can say, our lead is effectively increasing here, and I think we're going to hear a very loud motorbike past my house in a moment, so I do apologise if I get drowned out. And of course, you guys wanted to hear the bike a little bit more. I read some of the comments hoping to increase the volume. Always seems fine on my end with my equipment, but when others hear it, maybe it sounds different. Maybe you have a different phone, or you have a different speaker system, I don't know. But yeah, I'll try and increase the bike volume so you can hear it a little bit more. But what I can tell you is it's a very tinny Moto 3 bike, so that's all you can really hear anyway. Actually might find a bit of time here on this lap time here. Dennis Foggia with an irresponsible riding. He's down in 8th place at the moment. Adrian Fernandez, the championship leader, has now appeared in the top 10. We were able to pull back some points on him in Le Mans after he finished 4th, I think it was, or maybe a little bit less. Could do with getting more back here, so if he stays down in 9th, there's going to be like a 20-point swing. That's really helpful. That's a good lap time there, 2:08.6. Good enough for me on lap 4. Nobody has come close to our fastest lap time. To my knowledge, we haven't finished a race yet with the fastest lap time, so this could be almost perfect. Second in the qualifying, fastest lap time, and potentially a victory. And apologies, that bike's coming past again, so it's a very loud, obnoxious bike. It's not one of the nice sounding ones. I wouldn't mind. I'd probably let it come on the microphone so you could hear it, but that one's just going to be annoying. There's nothing I can do when you're dedicated to trying to win your home GP in MotoGP 25. Of course, guys, let me know what you want to see on the channel. Got some more videos coming very, very soon. Got a braking guide tutorial and some more tutorials coming as well to help our newcomers to the franchise. And of course, got some more online racing as well. And then when we finally get Race Director mode in MotoGP 25, we will be hosting the Ace Academy Championship. So be sure to join my Discord server if you're interested for details. There's a triple investigation going off on the right-hand side there. Bertelli, Rueda and Lanetta all included. 0.3 of a second. We will be improving the lap time here. We might actually get into the 207s. We're going to have to get a really solid final sector here. But it's going to be close. We don't rest on our laurels on this channel, guys and girls. Keep on pushing. Almost. Briefly we had 0.6 of a second. Briefly. Nice and late on the brakes into Vale. Nice and tight to the apex. Turn it over. Beautiful. So I did notice a little bit when the tyre started to wear with the soft tyre. I did have a few slides towards the latter stage of the qualifying. Not using the softs for this one, I went for the recommended mediums. I do feel that we should be okay, but if we start getting some slides, we have to really start being a little bit more careful. I had a conversation with Gilzo a few days ago. He was telling me as well that third gear, fourth gear, it's still possible to lose traction. So I've got to be careful in those latter stages of the race. And Adrian Fernandez is gone! Fernandez on the left-hand side of your OLED ultra-wide has disappeared from the top 10. If he is out with quotation marks, which I don't think he is, he hasn't appeared on the left-hand side of the screen. Standing tower on the left-hand side, I do not see Adrian Fernandez being listed as out. There is a possibility here that we can pull back 25 championship points. That would be bloody marvellous. 0.2 of a second we're losing on this lap. So we have got the pace, we've got the rhythm, and we've certainly got the momentum and confidence to win here. I will say, well, yeah, I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm quite confident in my own abilities, but I will say, when we win this one, I am a little bit sort of mixed feeling, because I was really hoping we'd win it under dramatic circumstances like the last race in Le Mans. But I think it is going to be a runaway victory. Dominant in my home GP. And I'm okay with that. Oh, we just lost Scott Ogden. Not a great day for the Brits, apparently. Shout out to Scott Ogden and his brother. Had a message with Max a few days ago, as a matter of fact. So shout out to you if you're watching. We are finding time here. A 10.5 here, a 10.5 there. We might get into the 207s across the line. A 208, 185 at this stage of the race. It's all fine and dandy. Peachy goodness. Right now in Silverstone. Don't know what has changed. Has our bike been upgraded? Something's changed, I can tell you that. And it's clearly working. Bike feels great. I still don't think we have the top end speed. I was looking at the comparisons. I'll probably have to show you in the next episode. I was looking at the comparisons between our bike and the others. Even though we're all on the same package, the same Honda, apart from those KTMs, our engine power was criminally low. Handling was low and everything else was quite subpar. So I do wonder how big the gap is with some of these bikes and teams within the career mode. I know when you turn balance performance mode off, the Honda is ridiculous, and especially the Leopard Honda. At least it was in MotoGP 24. But right now, the 658 Squadra Corsa Honda team are about to go back-to-back victories, which I don't think they've ever done. I mean, the last winner, I can't remember. I know they had a podium finish in Misano, I do believe. I don't remember the last time they won a race. Might be going back to like Kaita Toba or even earlier. And now they're going to have two. Coming like buses, aren't they? Like Johan Zarco's podiums. Didn't expect anything, and all of a sudden, bang! Victory and a podium. Shout out Johan Zarco, what a legend. Bloody brilliant rider. Get him a factory Honda seat signed and sealed already. Lap 7 and 9, and we are comfortably sailing around this British GP. Nice and gentle up on the brakes to the left hand side. Back across to the right-hander of 17. That's the curve of 17. And then, of course, we've got the final corner here for the club corner. I will say, I am happy with my track limit warnings in this one too. Kept my nose clean. Only exceeded track limit once. That's good. That's a very promising race. Is this going to be the start of something? Or was Le Mans the start of it? Was that heartbreak in that final couple of corners? The motivation and momentum and the kick up the wazoo that we needed to be rapid. Could very well be. I've been looking at other players' championships, their games, and everyone's dominating. Yet us on 120%, it has been challenging, it's been tough. And sometimes it's even been questionable. Is 120% doable? Do the AI rubber band too much? Well, I think that answers our question today. Myth busted, ladies and gentlemen. 120% will be defeated here today in our career mode. And we might even get into the 207s yet. They've not been the most entertaining and thrilling of battles, but I'm having fun. These laps do feel long though in Silverstone, they always do. Not easy to keep your concentration going. Tell you what, if we can get the fastest lap here on the penultimate lap though, that is something special. That sends a message to our virtual opponents. Not as if the AI is sentient to care, but still, it's certainly bragging rights. It's lost a bit of time there going out of the left-hander for the hanger straight. Slam onto the brakes there for the right-hander. This is the Stowe corner. Not a corner I do particularly well at, actually. It doesn't really suit my style, but we managed okay. This corner, however, is something that I feel very confident with. The Vale corner, slam onto the anchors, get it nice and tight to the apex, flick it across, tighter than Senna Aegis took that line, and then send it. Oh, we might improve. Oh, we just lost a bit of time. To 208.274. Solid lap times. Look at all those 208s. The actual 10th is not so consistent, but we're in the same second. That is what's to be proud of. That is what I'm very happy with in this video here today. Oh, apparently we lost Yamanaka at some point. I actually didn't see that. Don't know where he is in those championship standings at the moment. He had a good race in Silverstone, of course, doing the long lap penalty, then just rocketing back up to the point scoring positions. This final lap might actually be the fastest. Can we do the 207s? It's close. We're finding a bit of time here and there. Well, what can be said about that medium tyre choice? Absolutely superb. TCS2, medium rear, quite solid. Maybe when I get vibration, maybe then we can drop that down to TCS1. Oh, and there goes the little subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. Hope you like the new little one. It's not as in-your-face or intrusive as the old one was. So I do hope you like it. And if you haven't subscribed already, now would be a great time to do so. Because I'll be working on the next episode very, very shortly. So why not be part of the Ace Academy? Whoa, it's coming. 1/10 of a second. We only need 2/10 to get into the 207s. It's not the focal point of today's video. It's not the important bit. But by heck, it'd be a good end. Here we are then. Right hand side, last time to attack late. Oh, oh, big rear tyre slide. That's what Gilzo was saying to me. You could still slide the rear in those high gears. Someone didn't pay attention going into Stowe. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. We're finally going to win here in Moto3. Victory to your content creator today. Brilliant. Oh, and a Steam achievement for good measures too. Oh, today's a good day. We've absolutely battered the competition. They can't touch us. And what does it mean for our championship standings? Because Adrian Fernandez, yeah, he's not even in the points. So what does it mean for the standings? Puts us second, 39 points behind. It shows you how big that gap was from Adrian Fernandez. We've actually yeah, teammate has also dropped down a bit, but Keras is, wow, big winner for him today. But that is certainly adding up to a bit of interest for our World Championship, and the 658 Squadra Course Honda team up into second for the Teams Championship. Today has been a bloody good day. So there you have it then, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. I don't know why the AGV logo is blurred for that thing. I don't know, it's a bit of a weird glitch. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Comment Ace is a winner if you watched to the very end. Like and subscribe, guys. Ciao for now.
Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.